What is up, guys? Trayallday back for episode 6 of my Olympique Lyon career mode. And we got an offer to coach the Venezuelan national team, which I ended up declining, and gonna hold on to New Zealand's offer just for now. But as you can see, we sit in 17th, just above the relegation zone, with one game in hand over a few teams above us. So things aren't looking great right now. We have started off the season just awfully, but as you can see, Falcao is number 1 in the top scorers list. And if you would have saw there, Olivier Giroud has moved to Marseille, which is kind of interesting. We, of course, went in for him at the start of the series, but he was just way too much money, and I'd rather spend it in different ways to bring in more talent rather than just him. But it seems as though Marseille just went in just for him and brought him into the club. So he has joined our rivals after we inquired about it. But you can see Akinfeev also joined PSG in this career mode, which is interesting because Syracuse is a pretty great goalkeeper, so it's kind of weird that they'd even just bring in Akinfeev, because I believe they're around the same age, so there wasn't really much point in bringing in a keeper that's the same pretty much overall as Syracuse. And I guess if you have tons of money, you do what you want, but you can see we're going up against Bordeaux in the first game of this episode. Bordeaux, usually a team that's a pain in the neck for any side in Ligue 1, usually up high, pretty high on the table. They have some great talent, and of course winning one of the cups last year, but losing the Trayallday des Champions to kick off the season this year in Ligue 1. But you can see we're starting off from kickoff as Brizuela's just pushing past the whole Bordeaux defense. He's going to cross it in. Menez is in the middle. He tries for a diving header, but Carasso was able to save it in just the second minute. It goes out for a corner, and Gaïda Fofana sends it in. Kabul could not quite get his head to it, but Gonalons is there. He sends it in, and that almost went to the back of the net. They didn't even have a touch of the ball in the first 4 minutes of the game. But we're in the 36th minute here as Menez passes to Isaac Brizuela. He chips it over to Menez. Menez with a shot, and Carasso, great goalkeeping there as he comes out and is able to save Menez's shot. And we went to the half, tied 0-0 in a very, boring first half, if you ask me. Those were literally the only chances we had. But in the 49th minute now, Grenier on the ball from a pass from Brizuela. He sends it right back to Brizuela. He makes a quick stop, cuts inside, takes a shot, and bang, that's in the back of the net. We are up 1-0 against Bordeaux in just the 50th minute. The Mexican Maestro doing a little dance there to celebrate, and a fantastic goal started off from him. And just look at that quick stop, able to beat the defender, fakes him out completely, and it goes into the back of the net. But in the 56th minute now, and Guemo on the ball, he passes to Gregory Sertic. He takes a shot, and that hits the post. And Guemo's there, that also hits the post, and Umtiti's able to clear it. But Muniai now in the 69th minute, 69, passes forward to Jeremy Menez as Menez crosses in. Grenier's there, and that almost went to the back of the net. So close. And it went out for a corner, which Fofana, of course, will take. He sends it in the box. Menez is there, and that hits the side netting and out for a goal kick. Great effort. But in the 90th minute, plus stoppage time, Mariano, the right back, sends it in. Yusi's there, but it goes straight to Anthony Lopez. That was their last chance of the game, and pretty much one of their only chances of the game, other than that other one that hit the post twice, that we were very lucky that we didn't concede. And we did win the game 1-0, a very important win in our climb back up the table, because we have been suffering tremendously so far in the series. I don't know what it is. It's partially AIDS and partially me just playing like shit, I guess, because I don't feel I played that bad. I feel like a lot of AIDS has happened to me. But you can see we're coming up against Valencia, the toughest side, arguably, in our group in the Europa League. I wouldn't say arguably, actually. I'd say they are the toughest side, other than us and Vitesse. Vienna, of course, we did smash in the last episode, but this is the side we're rocking with. CD Konates, Habert, and I believe that's really the only changes to our lineup other than maybe Ocampos. But those are the 3 players that we would bring in for this game that usually don't play as much. Ocampos, surprisingly, not as much, because he hasn't been doing that great. Brizuela, I've been way more impressed with than him. As you can see, Brizuela, he scored way a lot of goals, more than I would have expected from him, and 4 goals in the last 4 games now, I believe. So that's absolutely fantastic stuff. Maybe it's the last 3 games, 4 games, I don't remember. but you can see the league table there. We currently sit in second, Valencia in first, and the first chance would come to them from Keita, sending it forward to Feghouli. Feghouli pushing forward on the right wing, and then he crosses in. Keita's there, and it almost goes in the back of the net, but it just beat the post, and he wasn't able to get that on target. But in the 17th minute now, Paco Alcacer gets it taken away from Badimo, but João Pereira takes it right back, and he couldn't get that on target. The curve there saved us in our favor, not in his. But in the 45th minute now, Fofana on the ball. He crosses in, a pass to Russell Tabor. Russell Tabor on the ball. He'll take a shot, and Diego Alves is able to get that cleanly. But just before halftime now is a nice effort from Lucas Ocampos. He's pushing forward. He's trying to get more minutes from me, and he crosses in. Brizuela's there, and pretty much everyone just fell over. And the half would end 0-0. Pretty uneventful first half, but in the second half now, Xavi Fuego passes to Keita. Keita to João Pereira. He passes forward to Feghouli, and he could not get his foot to that as Lopez is there. And he drops it on the ground, tries to pass it forward. It's a bad pass. Kabul couldn't get it. Xavi Fuego to Feghouli, and that's in the back of the net. Awful pass from Anthony Lopez, and I probably should have just bombed it away. That one was my fault. That one's not AIDS. That one was completely and totally my fault as Feghouli is able to score. But we're in the 71st minute now as Jeremy Menez crosses into Brizuela, and that was a decent attempt, but very, very wide. And we're in the 75th minute now as Lucas Ocampos is pushing forward, and he makes a quick stop, steps back in, takes a shot, and a great save from Diego Alves, as we could not score there. But we're in the 81st minute as Ricardo Costa's on the ball. It's taken away from Jeremy Menez. He takes a shot, and another great save from Diego Alves. We could just not beat him as it goes out for a corner. Clément Grenier to take the corner. Future captain of Lyon. I believe he's captain in this game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he is. He sends it in. Menez is there. That's in the back of the net. We are equal. 1-1. Equal as, motherfucker. 83rd minute. We are tied 1-1 from Jeremy Menez. A great header from him. A great cross from the captain, Clément Grenier. Just look at this right here. Right into the back of the net. The guy sitting at the post was not anticipating to get there. Maybe he thought Diego Alves would save it because he'd been terrific so far in that game. But it wasn't the case. But we're in the 89th minute as Xavi Fuego pushes forward. Grenier takes it away, but Vargas is there. Parejo takes the shot, and a great save from Anthony Lopez as it goes out for a corner in the 90th minute. Could it be scripting for them? Jonas passes to Feghouli. Feghouli on the ball now, passes forward to Eduardo Vargas, but Badimo's there. He clears it away to Jeremy Menez. It's our turn to possibly get a chance to steal it away from him, as Jeremy Menez passes back to Russell Tabor. Russell Tabor passes forward to Jeremy Menez. Menez passes forward to Henri Badimo. Badimo on the ball, passes forward to Clément Grenier, the captain. Grenier now, and it's pushed out by Mathieu for a corner. Could we have some scripting on our side? It wasn't working for them, but Clément Grenier stepping up to take the corner. He whips it in. CD Kona is there, but no, Jonas is able to clear it away. Xavi Fuego there, but Kabul takes it away. We have another chance, but no. Why did the ref blow the whistle there? We had another opportunity to score. I don't understand the ref's choice there to blow the whistle. And we end up drawing the game to Valencia 1-1. And we don't know the result that happened in the other game between Vitesse and Vienna, but I can almost guess that Vitesse won, and we are back out of the top two and probably in third place. But you can see one of our goalkeepers that I don't even know is in the press a lot. He always comes up in my games. Apparently he's unsettled here because he is Belgian, but I really don't care if you leave, dude. I already have one goalkeeper out on loan. I have Vercout and Lopez, and I believe one other goalkeeper here, Gorgolin, I believe his name is, and then the guy who wants to leave. So I have plenty of goalkeepers. He can leave if he wants to. I really don't mind. But as you can see, we're playing the Moneybaggers Monaco in this game. Of course, Monaco just clinched Champions League football for next season, just 1 year after being promoted from League 2, which is pretty impressive, but when you have tons of money, it's not too hard, I wouldn't say. Bringing in players such as Falcao, James Rodriguez, Jean Moutinho, Eric Abidal, Carvalho, I believe, they brought in as well. So they're pretty stacked, so it's not going to be that hard for him. But Brion on the ball now in the 20th minute. He passes to Yacine Benzia. Nice ball hop there. He takes a shot. It's saved away. Brizuela's there. He heads it on. It's not there, but Muniain sends it to the back of the net. We're up 1-0 in the 21st minute from a header from Iker Muniain. And it was an open net goal. Pretty easy for him there. And I believe that's his first goal in a Lyon shirt. But as you can see, Brizuela sends it there. Subasic has to save it. And with an open net, Muniain's not missing from there. But in the 31st minute, Jeremy Menez on the ball sends it forward to Iker Muniain. Muniain, the goal scorer, cuts inside. It's taken away by Kondogbia. But Muniain now still on the ball. Cuts back inside again. And is he going to take a shot? No, he's not. I probably should have shot there. And it goes not out for a corner, surprisingly. I was really impressed by Jeffrey Kondogbia's save, but as you can see, it went off the post, and we weren't able to get a second, but we still have the ball. Jeremy Menez to Isaac Brizuela now. The Mexican maestro cuts back, and he's just messing around, tooling with the defenders as he cuts aside, crosses in, and Muniain could not get a set of that as they call a handball for Muniain. And it would be Monaco's ball. But in the 41st minute, we're still on the ball. Jeremy Menez pushing forward. Jeremy Menez gets by the first defender. He's going to cross in. Benzia's there. And we could not score there. But we're in the 45th minute now. Could scripting be on their side? They pass forward to Berbatov. Berbatov back outside to Fabinho. He crosses into Germain. And it goes just wide. And we would go into the half. Tied 1-0, and Kondogbia, of course, was another one of those players that they brought in from Sevilla, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Sevilla, so he's a great player as well. But we're in the 48th minute now as Muniain crosses in. Benzia could not quite get a set of that as James Rodriguez clears it. Miguel Lopez now on the ball. He passes forward to Henri Badimo. Badimo now on the ball. He passes inside to Maxime Gonalons, the captain. He sends it to Miguel Lopez. He passes over to Yacine Benzia. He takes a shot and a great save, but it's passed it. Goes right to Jimmy Brion. He cuts inside. He takes a shot and another great save. We could just not get it past their defense. But in the 61st minute now, Menez sends it forward. Well, Menez on the ball, and Subasic has to make a great save there as we're in the 74th minute. João Moutinho whips one in, and it goes out wide to James Rodriguez, and it goes just above the frame of goal. And that would be the last chance of the game. We go on to win 1-0. Another very important win. We haven't lost at all in this episode. Absolutely fantastic. And just look at those stats. 8 shots, all 8 on target. 56% possession. They had 0 shots on target. Great stuff from us. But you can see the next game will be against Lorient. It will be in the next episode in the Coupe de Ligue. So you can see we're playing one of 2 rivals after that. After the game against Lorient, if we win. Either the Battle of the Olympics or the derby against Saint-Etienne. Either one will be exciting, so I do think I'll get past Lorient easily. But this is the end of the episode, guys. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Please follow me on Twitter at Trayallday, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.